Coming up on this edition of Reel to Reel, team coverage of commencement ceremonies for 4 Catholic high schools in the diocese. Dan Dumas with the latest news from the Diocese of Springfield. And a fun-filled day for families is in the works for August. These stories and more are just ahead on this edition of Reel to Reel. Hello and welcome to Reel to Reel. Thanks so much for joining us today as we begin the program celebrating the class of 2016 and the graduations held recently at the 4 Catholic high schools in the Diocese of Springfield. We have team coverage today beginning with Holyoke Catholic High School's commencement exercises June 2nd.
The class of 2016 at Holyoke Catholic High School, as their school merges with Cathedral to become Pope Francis High School, expects it will thrive since it combines the best traditions and strengths from both schools.
This year was meaningful because it's our last graduating class, so it's bittersweet. We do look forward to moving on to the future, and it's just another chapter in our history.
The final graduating class of Gales entered St. Jerome's Church for the 54th annual conferring of diplomas on June 2nd. Salutatorian Megan Gonzalez said she will utilize her experience at Holyoke Catholic when attending Emmanuel College in the fall.
I think I'll take my faith with me. I've learned to incorporate my faith into my education, so I think I'll always take that with me.
Springfield Bishop Mitchell T. Rosansky said it was joyous to think of the young people as they begin the next phase of their journey.
Asking for them God's blessing and the grace, the light of His truth, and the peace that only God can give for them as they continue in their lives ahead.
Bishop Rosansky presented diplomas to 68 graduates. Valedictorian Nathan Ferreira, who will attend the University of Massachusetts in September, said he is blessed to graduate from the prestigious Holyoke Catholic High School.
This being the last class for this great school, it's really been an honor to participate in all the great celebrations and festivities that have been taking place.
This year, graduates received $1.5 million in scholarships. Principal Mary Ann Linehan said 100% of the class of 2016 were accepted to institutions of higher learning. Now Peggy Weber brings her coverage of the Cathedral High School graduation in Springfield.
Where the school began in 1883, Cathedral High School celebrated its final graduation at St. Michael's Cathedral in Springfield. The 51 graduates marched into the full church and received their diplomas from Springfield Bishop Mitchell T. Rosansky. Nam Pham, the valedictorian, reflected on the historical aspect, but mostly on how much he liked his cathedral experience.
It's the end of a great legacy. The school has been open for a very long time, and I feel a privilege to be part of it. I like how close we were as a class. It was a small school, but I felt that was a good thing because we were very close-knit, so I felt like I made a lot of friendships that I will treasure for the rest of my life.
He and salutatorian Teresa Henley spoke about the importance of their Catholic faith and Catholic education.
It influences every decision I make. It's defined me as a person for a very long time.
The third of 8 children, Teresa's younger brother Benjamin, will continue on to Pope Francis High School in the fall. Springfield Mayor Dominic Sarno brought greetings from the city and said the school has a wonderful history of leadership. He noted the legacy and mystique of Cathedral would live on. Bishop Rosansky reflected on the significance of the day.
Certainly it is bittersweet. We think of the great history of the cathedral, but we also think too of the future of Catholic education here in the Diocese of Springfield. So as our graduates from today go forth, their lives open up with different venues of college, of work, or military service, so too are we reminded that we also go forward and we transition from Cathedral and Holyoke Catholic High Schools into Pope Francis High School. And that's a sign of hope for our diocese.
Juliana Campbell offered the welcome and spoke about the themes of mercy and trust and the unique challenges faced by her class. Her entire address can be viewed on the Western Mass Catholic Voices blog. Lexi Griffin praised her experience at Cathedral, noting she transferred in as a sophomore, despite the fact that her hometown of West Springfield was building a brand new high school. She described Cathedral as family. The students also recognized John Miller, who served as principal of Cathedral for 11 years. They gave him a painting of the school in Wilbraham.
As a proud graduate of Cathedral High School, it was an honor and a privilege to cover the 132nd and final graduation. But it is also a joy to think about the beginning of the new Pope Francis High School. And now my colleague Rebecca Drake will tell us about the graduation at St. Mary's in Westfield.
4 years of faith, friendship, and academic excellence led these 23 students to the Baccalaureate Mass and 113th commencement exercises for St. Mary High School in Westfield. William Armstrong IV, the valedictorian of the class of 2016, says he will remember how St. Mary's deepened his faith and shaped his character.
St. Mary's is just such a special place for me personally. I think my fondest memory might have been our senior retreat. I remember all the tears and all the emotion there, and I mean, everything's just culminated to this night.
Class salutatorian Weija Fiona Chen says she will miss St. Mary's, but will carry with her a very special gift.
I will definitely bring with me my Catholic faith, because I was a Protestant, and when I came to St. Mary's, I fell in love with the culture and all the sacraments, and I converted to Catholicism, and I was baptized and confirmed and received my first communion this Easter. So that was definitely the most wonderful experience I've ever had.
Nicole Nietzsche, head of school for St. Mary Parish, was a witness to the spiritual growth of the class of 2016.
This particular group has grown in their faith in ways that I've never seen a group grow before. And in terms of going off into the world, they're going to incredible places. We are so proud of this particular group of men and women.
And Bishop Rosansky had this request for the departing graduates.
Take what you learned here, those lessons of life, those lessons of learning, to be examples for others of mercy, of bridgebuilding, of peace. For in those ways, we can truly make our world a better place for all.
2, 1. The St. Mary High School graduates have learned their lessons well and take with them their faith and the love of family, friends, and classmates. And now our celebration of Catholic high school graduations continues with my colleague Kathleen Harrington in Pittsfield.
Take time to continue working on your relationship with God. Always pursue excellence in everything you do and continue to serve others.
Principal Amy Jelinas opened Sunday's graduation from St. Joseph Central High School in Pittsfield with advice and praise.
We are very proud of you all.
Teachers and parents alike have reason to be proud. Nearly 2/3 of the graduating seniors earned honors and above, with nearly half of the class on the National Honor Society. Salutatorian Elizabeth Bean is bound for Providence College.
I only looked at Catholic colleges, so I wanted to continue the Catholic education.
Speaking before the Baccalaureate Mass, Bean thanked her teachers and parents for their support. Then addressing her classmates, she asked them to consider.
The most important thing you must decide is what kind of footprint you want to leave on this world.
At the head of the class, the valedictorian is following in his grandmother's footprints.
My class had 122.
Anne Tremblay was at the top of her graduating class back in 1951. All 6 of her children attended St. Joe's. Now, it's her grandson's turn at the top.
I will be going to school at RPI.
Edward Tremblay has his sights set on becoming an engineer. But first, he produced a piece of fruit as he served up his message to the class of 2016.
Today, I challenge you to be an orange in this world. Provide fuel for the betterment of humanity. Don't sit around until you score.
Bishop Rosansky asked the students to embrace a hopeful heart and to use it to transform the world.
And as we gather here this afternoon, we do so with that great sense of hope in our hearts for the graduates of the class of 2016.
But as they marched out of the church and into the gym for hugs and photos, there was one last act for the students as a class.
The 34 members of St. Joseph's graduating class leave filled with hope and an impressive $1.1 million in scholarships and awards. For Reel to Reel, I'm Kathy Harrington.
Congratulations to all the graduates from the class of 2016. And from high school now to college, Elms College in Chicopee held its 85th commencement exercises last month at Springfield's Mass Mutual Center. David Martin attended that ceremony as well and tells us more.
Members of the class of 2016 from Our Lady of the Elms College in Chicopee are planning to use their education to better themselves and the world. They were ready to become college graduates as they entered the Mass Mutual Center for Elms College's 85th annual commencement ceremony. Andrew Mercado, who received a Bachelor of Arts in Healthcare Management and Sociology, praised the college's mission trips.
As a student who has gone on these trips, it really has put me in experiences where I confront poverty and see it firsthand, and so that when I go out into the world, I have those experiences, and those are memories that I think I'll never forget, and I'll definitely keep them in my heart.
Andrew graduated summa cum laude and will attend graduate school at Boston College next year. The commencement speaker will be Dr. James O'Connell, who was educated by the Sisters of St. Joseph of Springfield. Now he's an advocate for the homeless, caring for the people on the streets, benches, and bridges where they live. Dr. O'Connell received an honorary degree and told graduates that discovering their passion in life may take time. Dr. O'Connell described how his career began as a street doctor, when he spent 2 months washing the feet of homeless people at a shelter. The nurses there demonstrated that the lives of people who are poor and excluded will only change when someone takes the time to offer service to them.
There were about 15 really hardened, long-time homeless men sitting, having their feet soaked, and it's like magic. The nurses call them all by name. Most of them never heard their name before, or if they had, it was not from years ago or months ago, and they treat them with great dignity. So, and it also reverses the power structure. So instead of me looking in your eyes and looking in your mouth, I was at the feet. Jessica.
Diplomas were then awarded to the class of 2016. Thomas Weldon graduated with honors and as a baseball player at the Elms won the NECC Pitcher of the Year in 2016. Thomas is an alumnus of Cathedral High School.
Thomas Christopher Weldon.
It means a lot, especially going to a Catholic school. I've been through Catholic education my entire life, so receiving a degree of this caliber means a lot to me, especially my family too.
Nancy Davis received her MBA in Business Management. She is now the Business Development Specialist for Elms College's new Center for Entrepreneurial Leadership and MBA curriculum.
I'm so proud and so pleased and so impressed with what our program delivers, and being an ethics-based MBA program, I feel like I've really gained a lot of value on the worldly view of how people treat each other and how companies treat our world.
Karen Bromosen, who also received an MBA, said her school, being a Catholic college, includes a strong faith community, so students looking for fellowship and support can't go wrong with the Elms.
This is my third degree from the Elms, and I have learned so much from the people here and the support system that I want to be able to give back, and I'm looking into being able to teach an undergraduate program, and I think the Masters will help me do that.
Let us pray.
Later, benediction was given by Springfield Bishop Mitchell T. Rosansky. Afterwards, graduates celebrated their hard work, determination, and achievement with family and friends. For Reel to Reel, I'm David Martin.
How exciting, and best of luck to all the graduates. And still to come on Reel to Reel, Dan Dumas with the latest news from the Diocese of Springfield, And an exciting day is coming up for families. These stories and more are still to come on this edition of Reel to Reel.
Just to worship with the angels around you.
The Chalice of Salvation, your weekly spiritual connection. I'm Passion's Brother Terrence Scanlon, your Chalice host, inviting you to take time out of your busy days and join us Sunday morning at 10. We welcome Father Warren Savage, chaplain at Westfield State University, as our Mass presider. The Chalice of Salvation, your spiritual connection, Sunday morning at 10, right here on 22 News.
I'm Dan Dumas with your Reel to Reel news brief. We continue with our theme today of Catholic education. After a combined 185 years of serving the Diocese of Springfield, Holyoke Catholic and Cathedral High Schools held their last day of classes Friday, June 10th, pending their merger this fall into the regional Pope Francis High School. On his visit at both schools, Bishop Mitchell T. Rosansky thanked students and shared with them a vision for the future of Catholic education in the diocese.
I'm very conscious of the histories of both Holyoke Catholic and of Cathedral, of the endearment that their alumni have to both of the schools, and of the fact that times have changed and we need to move on ahead for the future.
For the students at Holyoke Catholic and Cathedral, the merger of their schools is not an end, but a new beginning.
So it's sad to let go of all the memories of some of my high school years, but I'm really excited for Pope Francis because there's going to be even more opportunities when the two schools merge, and I think it's just going to create a huge, great Catholic high school.
When the doors open at Pope Francis' temporary location in Chicopee this fall, the legacy of two historic Catholic high schools will live on, not just in the memories of alumni, but in the mission of the new Pope Francis High School. And we wish all students a safe and enjoyable summer. In other Catholic high school news, St. Joseph's Central High School in Pittsfield again held a successful gala. Julie Bollier reports.
For more than a century, Catholic education has played a role in producing future community leaders. St. Joseph's Central High School honors its alumni each year during its Hall of Fame induction and benefit gala. This year, 10 people were selected. John O'Brien, St. Joe's Board of Trustees chairman and gala committee chair, planned this year's event, which was held at the Crown Plaza in Pittsfield on April 29th.
In terms of planning, it's probably about a 6 or 7 month process. There's a group of about a dozen volunteers consisting of faculty, staff, board members, and family member that volunteered to participate on the event committee, and we go through a nomination and evaluation process. We ended up this year selecting 9 people.
Honoree Paul Khalil attended St. Joseph High School from 1957 to 1960. Soon after college, he served as an Army captain in the Vietnam War, for which he received a Bronze Star. Today he resides in Westfield, where he practices law and teaches higher education.
If you learned one thing at St. Joe, and one thing that I took away with me, was to care about other people and do things for others. And that was a lesson that I walked away from St. Joe High with that really helped me in later life to be able to do the things that I was able to do.
Honoree Margaret Leahy Walsh is a St. Joe's High Class of 1988 alumna and a graduate of St. Mary's School in Lee. She went on to get a Bachelor of Science degree from St. Bonaventure University and is currently Director of Regulatory Affairs at Bristol Myers Squibb in Princeton, New Jersey.
I really think the Catholic education really stood to me insofar as it built my confidence, but also gave me a huge set of values as I went out into the big, bold, crazy world. And I've spent most of my career working in the pharmaceutical sector, and I really feel that having been raised and educated through the Catholic system, that I felt that I was able to give back by helping patients get life-saving medicines.
Following dinner, 3 current students at St. Joseph Central High spoke about their experience at the school. Their speeches helped influence the live scholarship auction, which raised $40,100 for future students attending St. Joe's. This is Julie Boyer reporting in Pittsfield.
Finally, our Catholic school teachers of excellence were honored earlier this spring. Steve Kiltonick reports.
On April 28th, 6 teachers from the Springfield Diocese were honored at the annual Pioneer Valley Awards for Excellence in Education banquet and awards ceremony held at the Log Cabin. The awards are made possible by the Harold Grinspoon Charitable Foundation, which supports and rewards exceptional public and parochial school teachers in the region. All teachers on the dais this night were from Hampshire and Franklin counties. Ray Herschel, longtime TV news reporter from WGGB-TV, served as the MC, while the East Hampton Learning Initiative Jazz Band kept the audience entertained. Mark Gold said the foundation recognizes truly outstanding, experienced teachers who have demonstrated excellence over a number of years.
This award is special because the teachers are selected by their administrators and their peers. It really does reward the excellence in teaching. We think it's unique. We think it's a great program. Harold is absolutely thrilled that he does this every year.
The Catholic school recipients this year included Sharon Bannister, a social studies teacher at St. Stanislaus School in Chicopee, Jonathan Dakota, an English teacher at Cathedral High in Wilbraham, Sylvia Kaimi, who teaches math and science at St. Michael's Academy in Springfield, Amanda Malowin, a computer teacher from St. Thomas the Apostle School in West Springfield, Christine Thompson, a 3rd grade teacher at St. Joan of Arc School in Chicopee, and Sister of St. Joseph, Susan Swayze, a math teacher at Blessed Sacrament School in Holyoke. Each teacher brought his or her own cheering section. Sister Swayze's contingent enthusiastically waved large cardboard cutouts of her head when she received the award. Recipients had to demonstrate proficiency in their teaching methods, be certified by the state, and demonstrate professionalism through excellence in teaching practice and teaching development, have good attendance, and exhibit an enthusiasm for teaching and working with children. Springfield Bishop Mitchell Rosansky assisted in handing out the awards.
As I travel from Catholic school to Catholic school and see all that is going on in the schools, it's just, to me, amazing to witness the amount of dedication, of love, of what our teachers bring to the classroom in wanting to impart knowledge to our students, and in particularly to impart values to them. And it's good to be with them, to support them and congratulate them.
All award winners received an engraved plaque, a citation signed by Massachusetts Governor Charlie Baker, a $500 check, and a $100 certificate for a course at an associated college. In Holyoke, I'm Steve Kiltonick.
And our congratulations to all honored. Remember, you can always stay informed on all the happenings in the Catholic Church locally or beyond by logging on to our news and information website, iobserve.org. There you can read articles written by our Catholic communications staff, as well as view old episodes of Real to Real. That's iobserve.org. I'm Dan Dumas, and that's your Real to Real News Brief.
You are watching Reel to Reel, your window on the world around you. Here again is your Reel to Reel host, Sharon Rulier.
Family, fun, and faith will be on the agenda this August as the Youth Ministry Office of the Diocese of Springfield hosts Catholic Youth and Family Day 2016 at Six Flags New England. I recently went along with Gina Serwinski, the Director of Youth Ministry for the Diocese, to see just what's on tap for this special day. Come one, come all to Six Flags New England in Agawam on August 16th for a day-long event open to families and kids of all ages. It will include mass, admission to the park, food, and music. Youth Ministry Director Gina Serwinski says all the dioceses of New England are invited to attend, and with your discounted ticket purchased, the day begins with early admission to the park.
The morning is going to start out with music around 9 a.m. here in the Picnic Grove. The music group is Soul Motive out of St. Mary's Parish in Westfield, our nice group of young adults. They do a fantastic job. And then we'll start with the Mass right at 9:30, so that will end by 10:30 when the park officially opens. And then the park is open till I believe around 9 o'clock. Hurricane Harbor will be open around 11:30, so that opens a little bit later in the day, but you're welcome to enjoy all the things that the park has to offer.
The event is a perfect one to be included in this Year of Mercy, dedicated by Pope Francis, says Serwinski, as Catholic families can meet others and enjoy and share the gospel in a fun setting. Six Flags is known as the coaster capital of New England, says Jennifer McGrath, communications manager at Six Flags New England. The park has 12 coasters, and this season introducing its newest one, Fireball.
Fireball is our 7-story tall looping coaster. You'll experience 6 full revolutions being suspended upside down for epic hang time. And what's really cool is we have face-to-face seating, so you'll be able to see the person across from you screaming their head off.
And speaking of screaming their heads off, Gina and I decided we would take a little ride on Wicked Cyclone, which was new last season at Six Flags. I used to work at the park back when it was Riverside in the early 1980s, and I worked as a ride operator on Cyclone when it was made of wood. Now it's a hybrid of steel and wood. Once the 24 thrill seekers board the Wicked Cyclone, it quickly climbs the 109-foot hill to then plummet at maximum speeds while providing riders with weightlessness and a truly wicked ride. Wicked Cyclone is the first coaster of its kind to have 2 0G rolls. Riders will also experience more airtime than any other coaster on the East Coast. Well, I can tell you it was wicked. I can't tell you much else because I had my eyes closed the entire time. But if you're adventurous, it is the ride for you. And if not, there's plenty of other things to do at Six Flags.
There is so much to do just aside from coasters here at Six Flags New England. We have multiple kids areas, rides for everyone, games, shows. It is a great place to be, and there's no better place to have so much fun than Six Flags New England.
Diocesan officials hope that many families will join in on the fun-filled day, especially starting their day with prayer. There's a special package for the day, which includes early entry for the morning mass, free parking, theme and water park admission, and an all-you-can-eat lunch buffet in the Picnic Grove, all for $42.24. To purchase tickets, you can find a link on our website at iobserve.org. And yes, there definitely is something for all ages at Six Flags. That new Cyclone really took my breath away. And tomorrow, June 12th, the Sisters of St. Joseph will gather at Mount Marie Chapel in Holyoke to hold their 2016 Jubilee celebration. Together, the 40 sisters being celebrated represent 2,590 years of religious service to the Diocese of Springfield. And special congratulations to Sister Sally Marsh, Mary Quinn, and Joan Reisowitz on their Golden Jubilees. We also extend heartfelt wishes to Sister St. Louis Paquette on her 80th anniversary. For this week, that's Reel to Reel. Remember, you can always find the latest news on the Catholic Church locally and around the world at our news and information website, iobserve.org. That's iobserve.org. And also, please friend us on our Facebook page. We are at Catholic Communications. And join me again next week at this same time for another edition of Reel to Reel, your window on the world around you. See you then.
Reel to Reel is a production of the Catholic Communications Corporation, funded in part by the annual Catholic Appeal, and the support of you, our faithful viewers.